Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Been running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G, Swan and Jules in this place. Surrounded by dogs, keep the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate. In the end zone, we don't got no time in the wait. H-Town run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game go into overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first to the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine, can I get second? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get this a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. H-Town the home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king.
Yo, what up, y'all? This your
Man, who just popped up like that?
It's called being clutch. Gotta clutch up.
I clear.
We got Clayton in the building. We got Jules in the building. This is another episode of the H-Town Rundown. How are y'all fellas doing on this wonderful Sunday afternoon?
Man, we're doing
all right,
blessed.
man.
We're doing blessed.
You all right? You sound kind of.
It's cold.
I
got it. You got to put the AC on -35 in this Texas heat.
Right.
But yeah, here we go. We would a few days away from training camp to officially be starting for the Houston Texans.
2 days.
2 days?
2 days.
Two
Yeah.
of them.
2 days. 2 days. We got Frank's in the building. What up, Frank? But definitely 2 days, and we gotta see what the Texans are gonna be doing this upcoming season. And when training camp starts, the season starts. So,
Pretty much.
we're gonna talk about a few training camp darlings who potentially. We're gonna talk about potential adds to this roster because they still got a few open spots left on this roster. I think they have 2 or 3 open roster spots before training camps officially get started. And then we'll talk about the Tank Dell of it all, and the Tank Dell of it all, and then we'll talk about this ridiculous argument we were listening to. Me and Jules listened to pre-show about Sauce Gardner and Kamari Lassiter. Just stupid. Makes no sense, 0 sense. But I was gonna be very, very mannish and very, very turning back the clock about saying something. But I'm trying not to get the H-Town rundown on a ban because we are very inclusive. But some things.
We're glad you're maturing, sir, in your old age. Okay, now
But first and foremost, let's give a kind of respect that's due to the passing of Janice McNair, the Houston Texans, who passed away last week at the age of 89, 90.
89.
89. And so, blessings to her. I had another joke, but it was gonna be so out of taste. But
yeah, we're gonna let that slide.
I'm just glad,
the wisdom
she's in a better place, and that the Texans didn't feel forced to have her rolling out at training camp. Because I guarantee you, they were gonna put a hospice bed out there on their field at training camp if they had to. But But
we're gonna say
go ahead, get your thoughts about Janice.
No, say rest in peace. She is the cornerstone of this franchise. She helped this franchise be rewarded with a franchise. She was always behind her husband Robert McNair's situation, and they grew this business. They grew their business together. They grew the Texans to what they are. They're the reason why this organization is one of the most respected organizations when it comes to outside noise and moral support and how they treat people and how they do things in the community. She was one of the leading voices of that situation. So she is a great loss when it comes to the community service of the Texans and what they stood for. The situation now, it's all him now. He's the last one that has ownership, and it's gonna be I'm sorry. It's gonna be Kyle now. Kyle is the man. Kyle and his wife Hannah They are the sole ownership of the team now. So everything that falls upon them for the next 10 to 15, 20 years, as long as the ownership falls on their leadership. So they no more mom, no more dad to lean on and say, well, this is the reason why. It's only you now. So go forward. Go ahead.
Ooh,
Another brother.
that's some litigation that may transpire. We'll see.
The brother, yeah, the brother's always been around. But
I
I
know
don't think the brother don't care about football. He care about that
he
nine
about the
point
money,
nine
but he
that
want
nine
that he
point
want
nine billion that the Seahawks went for.
he want the moolah. He want a part of that action. So, but
Right.
Clayton, what's your thoughts, bro?
Sure. No, man, listen, talking to people and reading up on Janice. No, man, a winner of numerous community award. Sorry. Winner of numerous community awards. Shut up. Anyway, well known throughout the community, well known throughout the league for all the right reasons. And you can tell by the outpouring of support from, the Cowboys to Roger McNair to heck, even the Colts, right? Like it was a very human moment. It was a beautiful thing to see everyone rally around, Janice's passing. You saw Cal's statements, you saw Andre Johnson's statements, you just saw all these rollouts of things that people had to say about Janice. And this is a beautiful thing.
But the
So
brother.
Nothing from the brother though.
Brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I listen, I was gonna table that. I wasn't gonna talk about that. But yeah, what I will say is I do hate it for Janice and the family that she did have to experience that kind of near the tail end of her life, like between her sons, them going into litigation with each other. I hate that was one of the things she had to deal with. But you just hope that something like this would help to quell any of that kind of thing, and they work out things and just again, it's a human moment. Janice has passed, and there are more important things than money and football going on. So let it just be that, So, but we saw the decal, so that's probably most likely going to be on the helmet this year.
Right.
And just like in 2018 when Bob passed, it's going to be just one of those things that hangs over the organization this year. On top of it being the 25th anniversary, it's just the sentimental level of this season. Just another layer was added. So again, sad passing, but again, she was blessed, 89 years old. I mean, not a lot of people make it that far. So there you go.
I mean, there was a lyricist. Can you hear me?
Yeah. All faith in Hannah.
All faith in Hannah.
All faith in Hannah.
Lyricist, has a song that's out now, and it's kind of like a tribute. He said, "Reach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby. From Vancouver, you a BC, baby."
What are we doing? What are we doing, Clayton?
I
What are we
don't
doing?
know, bro. He's on a roll though. He's on a roll, man.
Yeah.
y'all don't know the lyricist,
Oh, who?
Yeah, we know.
Oh, who? Drake?
Mr. Aubrey Graham, Mr. Degrassi. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know.
Brody.
I don't know the lyrics of Drake's new songs or old songs.
Stella
Okay,
Wilson,
one.
Iceman.
Yeah,
Ice.
Yeah, you can tell they're
Hey.
more hip than I am. So
Hey,
I'm just aware. I'm social media aware. People, I know about it because people talk about it. That's the only reason why.
I'm social media is not. I'm Facebook only, buddy.
We can go ahead and tackle this conversation because they talking about this stupidness between Kamari and Sauce Gardner
Texas Smoke
and who's a better
Barbecue.
player. I'm just be honest with y'all. It's a stupid conversation.
Right.
It's a stupid conversation, and it's people trying to boast up their players in this space, and it's I don't understand it, honestly. When you're talking logic and you're talking football, the conversation was Sauce is better because Sauce doesn't have, or the conversation people trying to make is Kamara is better than Sauce because Kamara has better stats, and the counter argument is, well, Sauce doesn't get as targeted. He gets targeted half the time as much as Kamara gets targeted. Whoopty. That's why Sauce is better because Sauce doesn't get targeted, and all of this, whatever. You know, shout out LD and DJ Waller.
DJ.
But again, it's a stupid conversation because Kamara is a number 2 corner.
Mm-hmm.
He's next to an All-Pro corner, 2-time in a row, back-to-back All-Pro, first team All-Pro corner.
Mm-hmm.
And Sauce Gardner is been in and out, injury prone, and I mean he's honestly he's not the player that I don't even think he's ever been the player that he's been proclaimed to be. So the argument that you want to say, yeah, he's an All-Pro, but I mean, me and Jules were talking pre-show. Like, what are the stats of him being All-Pro, other than going in deep analytics to prove him being an All-Pro? But as far as tackles, interceptions, all of that, the main numbers that most people go by when they go and judge these players is little to nothing. So, like, what are we doing when it comes to Sauce Gardner and trying to propel him or prop him up to be something that I feel like he's not? And it's okay if Kamari is not better than Sauce Gardner right now in the eyes of the world.
Right.
Kamari Lassiter is going into his 3rd year, where Sauce Gardner is going into year 6. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's a stupid conversation in my mind.
Well, you got two ends of the situation. Laster is actually coming to his own, coming to his prime, coming to an understanding of how the game is played, conditioning, coaching, scheme wise, looking at the situation, looking at plays, how to dissect receivers, quarterbacks. He's come to his own to be that leading cornerback. Sauce Gardner's come back from back-to-back injuries, out sometimes. You don't know exactly where Sauce Gardner is after 2 years of being All-Pro, then a couple years of injury, then being traded to a whole different organization. So you're really having two different conversations about two different players who are not on the same page right now, in the same situation. When it comes to the target situation, yes, he's not targeting more because of his reputation more than else. But when the last time you've seen Sauce Gardner actually participate in a full season where they don't target anymore? And then when you, on Cam's side is you have your running mate is a defensive player, finalist in the last couple years and All-Pro Stingley. So you have to throw somewhere, and as he's getting those more pass deflections, you see him that his pass deflection is way as higher than anybody else because he's actually playing the ball and playing the man as covered is. So it's just a conversation that had because it's boring. There's two more days for training camp. People are reading, having talk about. We don't know how good Sauce is going to be coming out of surgery right now. I mean, coming out of offseason right now after being out for half the season. So it just, to me, it's just people talking. And like I said, stop the outside noise.
No, listen, I'm just, I'm trying to be educated, right? Because, you open your mouth sometimes, a lot of people come flying after you and talking and all this stuff. Like, we just be making up stuff. So I just want to make sure my argument was about to be, credentials by numbers. But no, man, AD, to start with your point, I mean, the premise itself is flawed, right? Like, why are we talking about a Sauce and Kamari when Kamari wasn't drafted to be Sauce Gardner? Sauce Gardner's competition was Derek Stingley. That was supposed to be the, Sauces and the Derek Stingley and the Pastor Tans of the world. That's where he's supposed to be talked about right there. The fact that we're even trying to legitimize this conversation between someone who's a cornerback 2 and Sauce Gardner, I think already is like kind of like an L, because why are you doing that? Like, why are you being compared to a tier 2 corner? Now, if we're going to have the conversation, I mean, look, I don't want to just be interceptions guy, but I mean, look, for my cornerback, I do want splash plays sometimes. Sure, I don't want you to just be like a big play machine where you're feast or famine. You either give up a touchdown or you get an interception. Of course, I don't want that, but Kamari's not that guy. Kamari takes the ball away. He had last year 4 interceptions, I believe. So, there's that amongst multiple DBs on our team who had 4+ interceptions last season. And like you said, AD, because he's next to Derek Stingley, that hurts him in being considered an All-Pro. He was declared a Pro Bowler, right? So there is that. So again, the premise itself is flawed, but if we're talking about it, I mean, right now, I would take Kamari Lassiter as a playmaker over kind of Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner, I mean, you kind of said it, AD, like, I'm not saying Sauce Gardner is a disappointment, but from what he was projected to be, his play has not put him in that stratosphere outside of the accolades of, the all pros coming out. But, again, we understand that, it's not just about like people hold CJ Stroud to. It's not about one season. It's about what you do over the course of the long haul. And right now, I'm much more confident with, Kamar Lassiter over a stretch, at least right now in the next, 2 to 3 seasons than I am Sauce Gardner. But again, it's a flawed premise because why are we comparing these two? It's not a one for one. It's not apples to apples. So
it's a like I said, it was a dumb conversation to begin with. And again, I'll say this: you can't rewrite history, but if you want to play the what if game, what if Sauce has been in Indy his whole career instead of being in New York? Does he even is he an all pro to his first 2 years as an Indianapolis coach?
Right.
That location has a lot to do with it as well.
Yep.
So just take everything with a grain of salt. And kind of realize the situation when it comes to having these type of conversations, because a lot of this stuff is just fodder because you don't have nothing else to talk about. And as a Colts fan, the fact that you gotta defend Sauce Gardner and try to have a legitimate conversation is defeat. You're already defeated. Like Clayton, like you said, you're already defeated in the beginning, so there's no point of fighting it. Just it is what it is.
But let's not overlook that the Jets had a pretty good defense ever since Gardner was there, because they had a good defense, had minded coach. The offense, the Jets' problem was offense, never the defense. The defense played pretty well, and they had a couple injuries, but Sauce was played in a good system and a good defensive minded coach that put him in good positions, and they had some good edge rushers here and there. So, and they had good internal defensive guys. So the defense was set up for him to shine. So we can't say if he did this or that, or he tired with Wilson, all that stuff. And people, no, they had a good defense where he had pressure. He had pressure from the side. He had defensive schemes to benefit him, and he did well. We're gonna see where he at now. So there is no comparison. He is what he is, and he was what he was, and he in the same situation. Sauce Stingley is the same situation. Kamari is. He's had the same kind of help they got. But we're gonna see what he got now, because it's a whole different system going on forward.
Shout out to Brandon. He said he figured Lassiter was drafted to be D'Amico's Travarius Ward, who ironically is the other corner in Indy. So
I mean, again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Again, just to kind of make this a kudos to Kamar Lassiter thing while we're talking about it. I mean, for him to be called the best number 2 corner in football, and really you could make the case he's a number 1 on many teams. I mean, like, you could have asked for like a more perfect, marriage of 2 corners, like Stingley on one side and then Kamari on the other side. Like, I don't want to say there's no drop off, but at least in terms of intensity, like there is no drop off from, outside boundary to outside boundary. Like, it's either Stingley's going to come get the ball from you, or stay in your best receiver's hip pocket, or Lassiter is going to be a dog and stay in your pocket and harass you and take the ball. Like, in a funny way, kind of defensively, it reminds me of like what D-Hop and Will Fuller used to be. Like, that kind of combination to me, weirdly, where it's like just again, if I could pick a perfect 2 dudes to pair together right now, at least for Houston, like, give me those 2 corners of a lot of guys in the NFL right now. Just I would say.
Where's my sage? We're not going to put Will Fuller and Kamari Lassiter. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. But just the injury thing had me nervous.
Listen, I know, bro. I know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest what ifs.
But
one of the biggest what ifs in Texas history.
I'm gonna say this, and we can end on it on this point. To me, there's always something to me that glorifies, I think, or beautifies the cornerback position when a cornerback is a complete cornerback.
Right.
Kamari Lassiter is totally and undoubtedly a complete cornerback. I've never heard anybody say that about Sauce Gardner ever in life.
Smith getting why is he getting shots right now?
Well, I mean, if I know what you said, they always say he's a top 2nd corner, he's the number 1, number 2 corner. It's hard to say if you put the top 20 corners out there. Cam is up there in the top 20.
Oh, he definitely. I mean, the rankings just came out. He was number 11, right?
He's number 11, so we can say he's a number 2 corner because he has a better on top of him. But he's arguably is the number 1 corner. That's how he plays. So
I mean, he has the number one corner mentality.
right. That means so he played with big boy mentality. So I think I just expect him to say he's the best number 2 corner. I just think he's one of the best corners in the game, period. And that's how he acts.
I agree.
What up, DJ?
And he can go back to
DJ.
it.
You know, and I look, I want to pause right there, DJ. Thank you for coming in. This is a perfect time, and I can go ahead and start it. You know, here at the H-Town Rundown, we don't believe in selling free tickets. We believe in giving away free tickets. So what I want y'all to do for those, you know, those guys, you know, those people that are piling in watching the H-Town Rundown, you know, I'm gonna give y'all a code word right now, and I want y'all to go to the H-Town Rundown, follow the H-Town Rundown on Twitter. Right there, it's under my handle at the HTRD. Go ahead and follow them, and go ahead follow the H-Town Rundown on all platforms. And then, you know, since we're talking about Kamari and, you know, Sauce Gardner, we're going to go ahead in the promo code, not the code, but the code is All Pro.
All Pro.
All Pro. All Pro. All you need to do is go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the H-Town Rundown, and then DM the H-Town Rundown on Twitter with the code, with the, you know, word of the day, the phrase All Pro.
Gotcha.
You know, that's it. That's it. And DJ, guess what? You giving away one day. You know how many we giving away? We giving away 5 days worth of tickets. We giving them almost all the training camp days we have on deck that we giving away.
The podcast that cares.
Yeah, like, you know, because, you know, DJ, you said you were selling your tickets for $30, buddy.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's DJ though. That's DJ. If you buying a buy, I can't knock hustle, man.
You know, just know that you'll be, you know, up for grabs, because we are giving away tickets on, if I'm not mistaken, Clayton, correct me, that Friday the 7th, the Monday the 3rd, the 18th. And then Alfredo was so graciously you know, to give us additional tickets as well to one of the other days during the week as well. Brandon, all you got to do, buddy, is you know, hit that phrase and DM the H-Town Rundown. You know, I didn't know
when they start selling Alexis's.
Hey man,
I miss you, DJ. I miss being on Twitter.
I need to screenshot this, man.
I miss being on Twitter. DJ is my guy. DJ is my guy.
This man said them gases.
Hey man, but the training camp and the offseason, the preseason, I think the Texans are going to have a lot of people talking about what we could be, what we're going to be, and what we should be. I think all eyes is going to be on the O-line. I think the second all eyes is going to be on CJ, and third is going to be on Nick Haley. I think it's going to be a lot of noise, a lot of conversations about this training camp more than anybody else, because it's going to leave with the defense. It's going to be defense this, defense that. We're going to see how much pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure and a lot of situations where the offense is going to be in a lot of people's mouths, more than it is now. Every time a run play don't get run, every time somebody get past a tackle, if somebody get blown up, if the ball sailed too high, if an interception thrown, if receivers run the wrong route, it's going to be in everybody's news. Everybody talk about it. I won't be surprised if ESPN and NFL come here at least twice in the offseason just to cover the Texans.
This is funny. Aldi say I messed up last season and went to the first practice with a hangover and damn near went to the other room.
Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah. That Texas Heat is no joke. Ain't that fan with that little mist water ain't doing nobody favors.
Yeah.
They gotta get free water out just all day long.
Just know, man, if you want to see the H-Town Rundown, the full H-Town Rundown, August 8th, we will all be present. And y'all come and, you know, check us out. We'll be there. I'm pretty sure we'll see Stressens and Ruben and Harley for sure will be there. And you'll see Jacob. I keep wanting to call him Texas Jacob, but it ain't Texas Jacob anymore. Jacob Brazilla. You know, Yeah, so definitely we'll be there. The H-Town rundown will be there in full effect. He said my fan broke on me.
I bet it did, and they gave free fans the adapters. That didn't work
Yeah.
for about a hot 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But at least they tried though. They free water, free fans. They tried. It ain't, but that Texas
Mhm.
is unmatched.
Hey man, that's that Texas heat is different.
Especially now. I'm just short side note. I just went to the grocery store, two separate stores, by the
Yeah.
way. And brother, I came home and I felt like the sun just treated me like Django. Like I felt like you know how when Django was beating that white man?
Yeah.
That's how I felt the sun was doing me, man. I felt like the sun was whipping my behind. And I don't know. This is not average. This is not regular heat. This is the devil trying to peek out from from under the ground. Like this heat is not real.
Ain't nothing nice, bro. It
Mhm.
ain't nothing nice, bro.
No, but definitely, man, y'all, what they say, be safe and stay dangerous.
Stay
In this
hydrated.
heat,
Stay
stay
hydrated.
hydrated.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, you gotta, stay hydrated and come prepared to the
Yes.
training camp. Come prepared, very well hydrated. Make sure you stop at all the hydration stations that they're going to have at Texas training camp.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh,
and
disclaimer: hydrate doesn't mean hangover. Doesn't mean drinking the night before and having the
it don't mean go up there and get a beer.
right, because
Like that is not
that
that
heat's
is not
gonna it's gonna come the pores. You gonna smell on people who drunk the night before. You gonna smell it.
Mhm.
You gonna
hey,
feel it.
hey, I'm gonna leave that comment alone because hey man, I'm very, very, adamant about hygiene and some of these people y'all got problems, bro.
It's gonna be
But
it's gonna be a long walk till you get to the entrance. It's gonna be a long wait. Even at 5 in the morning, that people Texas fans, I give y'all credit. Y'all be up there at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning
Mhm.
in line looking. You won't never catch me before the sun come up at any situation.
that's why
Especially
you on the one on the 8
mm,
because it's
yeah,
at 6 o'clock.
you'll never catch me. Hey man, y'all listen. I'll catch it. I'll catch it. But
Mhm.
y'all fans are dedicated. But make sure y'all got water. Y'all know it got the unbutton type of eggs. Whatever you gotta do, because it's gonna be hot all
Yeah,
5 days,
well.
6, 7 days.
Mhm.
So, real quick, man, let's move on to the next one. While we talking about
Mhm.
training camp, we got Tank Dell, the Tank Dell of it all, man. He has
The videos. Jazzy. Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Man, 100 yards for takedown.
Look,
Y'all,
man, look.
y'all ready?
Look, I appreciate Tank Dell putting out the content and everybody getting excited.
Mm-hmm.
I just proceed with caution with Tank Dell, Texan fans. I just need y'all to appreciate the moment and let it happen. If
Mhm.
Tank Dell goes out there and he's the player that he was or could be, let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't put unnecessary projections on Tank Dell because I feel like people are getting to the point where they're trying to make him elevate from what he was before. And then now you're going to unfortunately have the harsh reality that he's not the same person and it's going to be a disappointment.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, one said the little tank that will. And he's a tank head. He's a tank fan. So,
Right. Right. I
but
mean, like I said, it was nice seeing him in Matthew Golden practice in U of H. It was nice seeing the videos. It was nice seeing him in videos where he
want
was
to talk
at.
about Matthew Golden?
He was there together. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that's the video they showed recently, like about an hour ago. Him and Madden Golden and U of H working out together. So it was cool. I like it. You know what I'm saying?
I need people to let Jared Wayne go. Let Jared Wayne go.
You know what's gonna be crazy is that I can't wait to take a picture on the first day when Jared Wayne and Tank Dell are right there, and I get that picture. It's gonna
Mm-mm.
be cinema. It's gonna be cinema, man. Knee killer
Wow.
next to Tank Dell.
I gotta let
Bro,
that
I'm
go.
really listen. Look, Jules, you
Let,
understand, bro? I'm trying to let that go, bro.
let it go. Let it go, man. Let it
I
go.
am, bro. I'm trying. Listen, Jared Wayne seemed like a very nice individual.
Well, I'm
Nothing
saying,
personal. It's just like, yeah, man. I I don't. I'm good.
yes,
I'm
Hey,
good.
what you
just
say, EXO? I'm a Sikh Negro.
man. Listen, we understand that he's 85% of the problem, but let's not forget there were two receivers in the same area. So listen, he can't take
Yeah.
all the blame. You know what I'm saying? He can't take all the blame.
Jared Wayne took matters into his own hands and said, "I see the ball, and I'm gonna try to make a play of my life.
That's what it
I
was
don't
sent to
care.
do.
I don't care that
No,
my route
bro.
was supposed to go
No,
the
bro.
opposite way. I'm gonna cut my route off and go cut
Hey,
off Tank Dell knee. That's
My
what I'm
goodness,
gonna
bro.
do."
I know there's still no one can make me believe that that was a great play design, and who knew what supposed to do. I don't know.
Listen, I'm
Hey,
gonna say this, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say this, bro, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna
Please
be
let it go.
done because Tank is on the way back.
Let it
I
go.
blame two people. I blame Bobby Slowick and I
There you
blame
go.
Jared Wayne because you know why? Because I feel like Bobby Slowick, for both years that Tank had these freaky injuries, it was because Bobby put him in
freaky,
some
huh?
kind of position. Man, listen, I'm trying to make a point here, man. Like, I feel like Bobby Slowick was instrumental in his play designs and the fact that Tank was put in certain precarious situations that he didn't need to be in, right? Whether it was leg getting, fractured on the goal line, right? Or the Jared Wayne situation, like we said, and the fact that it'd be one thing if that was the first time we had route issues when it came to Bobby Slowick
There you
and
go.
like multiple receivers being in the same spot. This was a consistent issue with the offense where it was like poorly designed, or receivers didn't know what they were doing, or which facilitated a Jared Wayne feeling like, let me stretch out to a ball that is uncatchable and let me just dive. Oh wait, my teammate is there, and basically amputated this man's leg on the field. Like, I'm trying to let it go, but it's
We're gonna let
like,
it go. Let
but
it go.
I
We're
got
gonna let it
nothing
go.
personal with Jared Wayne because he was devastated when it happened. Like that, he was upset. But yeah, man.
So
Well,
I just wanted to give a little clarity. This was Tank Dell's knee. Before the injury. Okay, it's not regular size knee. Whatever. This is Tank Dell's knee after surgery. This is what it looks like now.
discolorization.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
trying
it's
to man.
just
And the fact is, he made the catch. Like, he made the play. That's the thing. He held onto the ball with one leg, like virtually one leg. Like,
Well, since we're talking about players being cut and Jerry Wayne being gone, as AD love to say, what kind we go we gonna transfer we're gonna transition to what player or position you wouldn't mind seeing them making this training camp and this offseason to help solidify this roster. 'Cause I think the starters are all set. I think there's some depth players that we can probably get that's still out there in free agency that could bolster this team to where it needs to be. So, AD, what position or what player would you mind seeing being signed in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, that will help bolster this defense or offense or both?
I have said it on multiple occasions on this podcast, on Spaces, on Twitter, and socials. The third running back for this team is not on this roster currently,
Okay.
and I feel like that will be addressed in the waning weeks when it
Mhm.
comes to the Texans.
Okay.
I think running back, depth is an issue. I know we talked about injuries before, about the safety room and how it was
Mhm.
devastated with injuries, tight end room and how it's been devastated with injuries.
mm,
Let us not forget the running back room was completely, destroyed
Yeah.
last year when you had Joe Mixon,
Shotgun.
still don't. There you go, spreading false lies and trying to be TMZ and manipulate the story of things that didn't happen.
Oh, that's say
Um,
bullets. I was thinking
you
bullets.
know,
I'm sorry. I said it again. I'm sorry.
but Joe Mixon being out for the season, Nick Chubb coming off a catastrophic injury himself and not being fully healthy at all. the whole season, and then you're relying on a fourth round rookie and who got hurt literally in every game he played in and missed snaps in every game that he played in, and then Dare Ogunbowale of it all. That's what you were left with in the running back room. And to say, oh, I'm on a ride with Whittington, an undrafted rookie who hasn't really done much anything. A Jawar Jordan, who was a six round pick, who's been on and off a practice squad and barely made the roster. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then you got freaking British Brooks, who's not even a running back. He's made the roster as a fullback, and trying to say that he's your third running back. Like, these are the things that we need to, kind of move on. And honestly, and Jules, you said it pre-show, if you're going to use Woody Marks is more of a receiver and returner, then you're definitely going to need to get a reliable third running back that's going to come in and be somebody worth their salt. That's not going to be a hope and a wish.
Right, especially when you want to run the ball as much as they say they want to run the ball. You need to have fresh legs, and having your punt returner and your receiving back as Woody, as they keep complaining to be out there and everybody's reporting that, you're gonna need either he can be number three, and you're bringing number two. Then when cuts come around in the season, is running back room. So it's just that I agree with you, ID. It seems like running back should be a priority, either a number two or number three, depending on how they're gonna use Woody going forward. So Clayton, who would you wouldn't mind, or what position would you mind coming in?
Better say tight end.
No. Tight end at least has volume at the position. Like, even if it's not the most quality, at least they have multiple dudes to throw at the position. So I won't say that. I won't say cornerback 3 because I think they're very solid there. They got some versatile guys back there that they can do a lot of stuff with, along with Jalen Smith coming back and Jalen Reed and all that stuff. So the secondary is fine. Like, I'm not concerned about that. I am looking not at RB3. I'm looking at defensive end. I'm looking for them to bring in, and if you follow me for a little bit, like I've put it out there, there are multiple people that would be a little not pricey, but it would cost you, a good little amount of money, about $10-12 million. Jadeveon Clowney, does he have a homecoming? Von Miller, do you bring him over here? Right? Like, I'm just saying, like, there are guys who, if you wanted to make a splash, and not just name value, but guys who are healthy enough, guys who are in shape, guys who have been making plays even as recently as last season, or who would just give this defense yet another layer of playmaking. I think this would be the best opportunity for, like I said, a Kleiner reunion, because you're not asking him to be like sack guy, like you're asking him just to apply pressure, which he is great at doing. And then Von Miller, you're just asking him just to be a playmaker. Like, you're asking him to come in on 3rd and 4th down and just wreck shop with alongside Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. I think one of those two would be elite as an addition. They have the money to, and I think that would give them the best 3-headed monster, at defensive end in football. So you got options out there if they want it. It just depends on what they want to do, but it takes two to tango. If they don't want to be here, then that's fine. But again, best defense in the league, arguably the best defensive line in the league, the best pass rushing duo in the league. Can they get a third option? And if they can, they got multiple elite options they can go consider. So that's where I would go is a third defensive end.
Well, since he stole my thunder, you know what I'm saying?
Who shiested you?
Right. So mine was defensive end. Mine was Clowney, because they got $27 million in cap space right now. Clowney gonna cost you probably about $5 million to top, because he's won $3.5 million last year for the Cowboys. He might cost you about the same amount of money plus bonuses and signing bonuses. When it comes to what this defense does, he does both. He got 8.5 sacks last season and 22 pressures, and he's still a great run stopper. And that's what you want when you want to replace the two-headed monsters on the side. And like you said, Von Miller, if you just want a pass rushing fiend to take some pressure off the other two, you can't go wrong with him. So I might switch up. I'm gonna say linebacker, not because I have no faith in linebackers they drafted, and I have no faith in the two they have here. It's just a little more depth, a little more experience, a little more guys who can come in and play and help the defense out. And I think that's still one of the biggest weaknesses on the defense. And that's a stretch when you say weakness of this defense. I think if they can get a low price, high experience veteran to come in and just be part of the system and just be part of the rotation, I think that would sell this defense very well going forward. But since we lost EJ Speed, and even though they said he might come back a little early, it's still a situation where he might be gone 8 9 months. And I think it's on that 8 9 games, whatever it might be. I think it'd be a good idea for them to go ahead and get him a good veteran presence at the linebacker spot.
I mean, hey, all sound great because at the end of the day, the Texans are a loaded team. And like you said before, Jules, the Texans have starters, solidified starters at every position. Even offensive line right at this moment.
Right.
We can have a little debate with Rutledge and those people saying he's not going to start and all of those type of things. Look, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it all, Rutledge will be your starting center for the Houston Texans in 2026-2027 season. I'm not concerned about that at all. I'm not concerned at all when it comes to Wyatt Teller, and because even if I feel like they're positioning themselves with depth amongst the offensive line, that even if Wyatt Teller or Braden Smith faltered in any shape or form, you brought in a Fabici, as a rookie to come in, and even if he has to fill in as a rookie, you got two rookies on the line. They're going to progress forward. As much as maligned as Trent Brown is, if doggone Braden Smith falters at any point in time, Trent Brown is going to step right in, and be lock and key with the rest of the offensive line, and you're going to move forward with Trent Brown, and you won't miss much, I don't think, at all with Trent Brown replacing Braden Smith if anything was to falter.
Yeah, I think he's been cleared for training camp. I think it just came out a couple years ago that he's been cleared. So all the people who speculate, oh, he wasn't gonna play, he's his neck injury. I don't think they would have spent big money on him if they didn't think that he's gonna start the season or be situation. So, and even if I know everybody's worried about Rutledge being new or green, you got a Teller on the side of you that's going has been seen every defensive tackle in the game that can help him out. Then you had his brother got Ed, who's been in the league for a couple of years. You're not asking for your rookie center in this situation to call the defense out, to call their slots. You have too many veterans who've been around here long enough. They can call the spot out. You ain't got to have. I know everybody wants the center to be that vocal leader. He don't have to be that vocal leader just yet. He just got to show up and play and not get bullied. And that's all we ask for him is not get bullied and have a push to the running game going forward. So you have veterans on this team on all sides of the ball that can call the defense out if necessary when it calls to stunts and schemes.
Yeah, look, I agree.
He's a big boy. He's a big man.
But you got anything to add?
I mean, look, on the Rutledge side of things, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that's, I'm not gonna get caught up in all the, the rep counts and all the stuff. Like as soon as Rutledge was drafted, I just think scheme fit wise, you couldn't have asked for like just a better, gritty, tenacious scheme fit player for what they want to do. Like they didn't just draft a guy who, again, gave up 0 sacks last year at Georgia Tech, All-American season. So like he comes out, very credentialed in the college ranks, but again, like he is what you want to be between Ed Ingram to Kalen Rutledge to Braden Smith to Wyatt Teller. These guys, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a bring your lunch pail kind of offensive line. They are people movers, as people say. And this year, they're not going to struggle to get you a yard on demand. They're not going to struggle to get you 2 yards when you need it. Like they are built to do that. And I just think Kalen Rutledge is the best suited person for that situational football at the center position. No disrespect to Jake Andrews. I just think Rutledge is going to be the guy because he just checks all the boxes and he brings he brings the kind of swarm on offense that you have had on defense for years. So yeah, that's my take on that.
So AD, you mentioned that running back for the number 2, number 3. Well, there's a couple of good running backs in free agency right now. Who would you think they could bring in? You got Kareem Hunt, you got Rasheem Morissette, you got Darway still sitting there, Chase Edmonds, Trevon Williams, Miles Sanders, Kyle Herbert, which is not a bad name because he's a power runner. Alexander Madison, he kind of fell off because he was being talked about as replacing Dalvin Cook when Dalvin Cook got hurt in Minnesota, but he kind of fell off since then.
He got hurt as well, so that killed his momentum. But
and you still got Nari Harrison and Zaire White.
I mean, Najee Harris is fine, but again, not just free agent wise. I think trade wise or guys that are going to get cut.
Yeah.
Um, those are the ones you're going to be looking at. And I said it before, and I said it again. James Conner is a guy that I really want to look at from Arizona.
Okay.
As a guy that can come in and be productive, power back, short yardage back. Kind of his style is different than not so much different than Montgomery, but it's a drastic difference than what he brings to the table, and it kind of gives you a little bit of everything when you need it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
David Montgomery has a little bit more twitch. James Conner is more straight line, just gonna run right into you. So
right, yeah.
Okay.
So again, I'm
which is why I wanted Mike Washington so bad.
Here we go with this situation, man.
I was a big Mike Washington guy before the Raiders.
Didn't he he went to the Raiders, right?
He went to the Raiders behind GT, which I don't understand that. I don't get it.
I don't think they believe in Genty. I think they're gonna move on from Genty.
Whoa. Brandon, what are we doing, sir? What are we doing? You gotta explain that. I want you to explain that. Text it out. I don't care how long it takes. We got 5 minutes. You gotta text that to me.
Because Weewoo is like that's his thing. Like he's that kind of switchable interior guy. Rutledge is too, but Weewoo is more switchable than Rutledge.
Weewoo is more center based than Rutledge is more guard based. At the end of the day, we're all projecting Rutledge to be the center of the future for the Texans. I mean, the center of the Texans this year. Yeah. But I think Weewoo Favecci is going to be the center of the future.
Yeah.
That's
why I'm saying that.
Because he's still kind of raw.
Oh yeah, that's why you got to develop him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still kind of raw. That's why he dropped to the 4th round, and he wasn't a clean prospect in the 4th round or 5th round. I forgot what he was checking, but he's still projected, and he still needs some work on. So.
Oh yeah, because Rutledge is more pro ready right now than Weewoo, but again, Weewoo has a positional advantage because that's more of what he does. So. At the end of the day, that's kind of going to be the thing. Like these guys we brought in Teller and Smith, I mean, they've been signed to, 1 and 2 year contracts. So they're not meant to be long-term answers anyway. And
and they're on the older side.
Yeah. On the older side. And so you would just hope, and Weewoo as raw as he is, you would hope that you can develop him enough to where, because think about it too. There's a pretty good chance with like Teller, for example, like, yes, he's coming in shape. He's trained to strength, but he's 32 years old, I believe, or 31, 32. Has come in with an injury history. There's a pretty decent enough chance that he might miss a week or two at least this season. And you're going to need like Weewoo to step in, or Rutledge. You don't even know, but you're going to need somebody probably to step in. Now, if he's healthy all season, awesome. But you just got contingencies like the Texans. If there's nothing else, contingency, because multiple positions have been decimated by injuries for years. And it's good to have more bodies than not. So,
well, you got 3 core O-line players that you drafted that start right now. You got Ed, you got Rutledge, and you have Ursery. Those are 3 that you can bank on at their positions. The other 2 you have that can take the place of Teller and Smith in a year or 2. Because, man, honestly, they might have one year here. We went Super Bowl. They might go on to the sunset, and that's fine.
Let me tell you this. You know how great it would be for the Texans to win the Super Bowl this year, and some team says, "Ooh, Wyatt Teller had a great season. Let me give up a 2nd round pick for Wyatt Teller." You know how quickly if I was Nick Casario, I'm up here typing this in and sending it in the league.
Man, but see, I honestly, from a place where I think if they win Super Bowl, and I'm how I feel about this season, I could see that both of them are both retired this year at the with a Super Bowl and move on from next year. Wyatt and Smith.
If they had good seasons and they won, and there's money to be made, it's hard to pass up the money, especially if you ain't made it like you made it.
But both of them made money, so it's the ring they're looking for. And if they just going through the season of being as old they are and going and battle tested, I think if they win, they may walk away.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I think if anybody to walk away, it'll be Smith before Teller.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And he said his long arms, he can go. He can go right tackle.
He said more likely Tommy Togiai had a great season. Team straight a second for Togiai. Yeah. Evan Brown is an interesting player to watch at training camp as well.
Yeah.
I think he's your Jared Patterson, Jake Andrews replacement.
Yeah.
As far as depth at the back on the end of the line rotation. So we'll see, man. Y'all got any thoughts about Spain winning the World Cup?
I like Spain.
Yeah, I'm kind of neutral. I didn't really have the only thing I would say is that it hurts me. It hurts me here because I was already envisioning the ammunition I was going to bring back to my school campus because there's a lot of Ronaldo fans there. And how delicious would it have been to be able to come in and just with my Messi is the GOAT message. And now I can flash 2 World Cup rings on top of the cup record, the goals record in the World Cup. Alas, I can't do it. But hey, I mean, listen, the city was electric when they were here. I mean, look, Houston got a lot of pub, and again, this opens many doors, and it's just cool to have seen that whole experience go down. And yeah, man, no, it was a great World Cup, and soccer has gained a lot of new fans as a result.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, the both games, the third place game was crazy, and I'm a big Mappy fan. And then you have the 1-0 final game. That's what you want in soccer. It went down to the wire. It was 1 goal and it just exploded, and that's what you look for. And how the teams fight like that, which they rarely do on a big stage like that, you knew how much it's meant to both teams, and they both won it. And just the emotions went out the wire, and they lost it. So it was a great situation. It was a great World Cup, and hopefully before I'm dead and gone, we can have one again in the United States again, and Houston be front and center and actually have the final game.
Well, I think they said it was going to be 2038 or something like that. The next time it'll be in the US.
Dang.
So I mean that's just 3 World Cups,
That's it. That's not bad.
Just 3 World Cups.
That's just 3 World Cups. But hey, to tell the kids, Clay, some people say LeBron is the GOAT. Look how many finals he lost.
Listen, hey, listen. Let me put my mic on. Look, Messi's the GOAT. I'm putting it out there right now. Messi's the GOAT. Hey, he made it farther than Ronaldo. He set the World Cup record. He's won a World Cup, all the stuff. He's arguably the most accomplished.
He won multiple World Cups.
No, he just the one,
because he got bounced a lot before he broke through.
So it's a perfect comparison, LeBron to Messi. Like Messi has always either been in the finals with Argentina or like the round or two before, and he broke through and got him one, and this could have been the second one. I told somebody this today at church. I said, Messi can solidify his GOATship today. Like he could have solidified it. And now it's more like missed opportunity to really like make it an unequivocal, like,
He's top 5 all time.
GOAT. Ain't no top 5. GOAT.
Top 5 all time. I mean, it's soccer has a long history. Soccer has a long history.
GOAT. GOAT.
A lot of players, so. But that's it's a conversation to be had in the next 4 years, because I think after Messi's on that, does Messi play in another World Cup?
No, that's it. No, him, Ronaldo, and what's the other guy's name? Not Mbappe, but the other guy who said this is his last one too.
Right.
Neymar, that was him. He said they're done.
Yeah,
that's it.
All right.
They're basically the banana boat crew of soccer, basically.
Pretty much.
LeBron, Chris Paul, Melo. That's it. They done. That's it. Time to move over, get some new guys up there, new blood.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out FIFA. Look, I appreciate FIFA for helping clean up, stadium, because it was a mess. Yeah, Pele.
I knew it. I know.
So, thank you, FIFA, for help clean up NRG. It desperately needed to be cleaned up. So hopefully they can keep it that way. And, when it comes to the stadium, just, let's not go ahead and be tired with the same old stuff that y'all been doing there. See if they can get Trillberger out of NRG. Can we do that?
Wow, shots fired.
And now it's going to be a side note. Now you got of course, the impending controversy of, hey, you put grass in the stadium for soccer play, what about us? Like, we see that it matters. Hashtag worth the cost. So that's going to be a whole talking point for the whole NFL season. So
yeah, but I mean the Texans did that before. It doesn't help because the way that they brought it in
All right.
and the type of grass that soccer uses compared to what NFL teams use is totally different.
And they use.
Um,
I think NFL use squares. They use a whole
they
rollout.
use the trays.
Right.
And so that I don't like. We've seen too many injuries on the Texan field with the natural grass
Right.
because of the trays that
Right.
they and the
Trays.
pallets that they use on it. Now, if they were able to remodel the system and use the system like the what's his name, the president is now
Mm.
that he used at his previous stadium builds, where they could just roll, like have the fields underneath the stadium
Yeah.
and
LA
just
like
roll
LA
it
have.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see those in person. They're pretty nice and well kept up.
and if you could do something like that, it's kind of like the show Silo. Y'all go check that out. That's a great show where you have these levels of fields. But if they were able to do that, then I wouldn't hesitate it. And I know NFL players want natural grass rather than the turf. But as far as maintenance and cost efficiency,
Of course.
it'll be a while before the Texans go back to natural grass. It would have to be in the new Texan Stadium.
Yeah, because they like to replace
Oh,
sections and not whole things, and replacing the whole grass will always have an issue. So that's why everybody could blames on the grass and the artificial turf. It was always they caught in between two trays or two sections. That's what caused the injury, not the turf itself or glass. It's just a pothole that you ran in that it was unlevel. So, but I would love grass. I think football is grass. I think the sport needs a grass. Go forward.
Yeah, but God forbid Texas Southern when they had their homecoming game at NRG, and one of the drum majors does a split and sticks that doggone scepter in the doggone grass
Mm,
and puts a hole. And the next game, the next day, that somebody from the Texans come out and they put their foot in it
mm.
and they tell something, you know.
Ain't Pair of you having a homecoming too?
Not no Preview has a stadium, sir. Preview
Um,
doesn't need to use
oh, here we go. Here
the
I
stadium.
Why
I
are we
I
doing this, bro? Why are we
I
doing
laid
this?
down I laid that one
On
up for you, and
campus,
I
state
Why
done
are
of
wait
we
the
wait
doing
that for
this?
you. I done
state
wait
of the
that for you.
art.
My
Ain't
fault.
nothing out in Prairie View but tumbleweeds and gas
State of
stations.
the art and
What we
Wallace
doing?
Barbecue. Thank you, sir.
What we doing, bro?
State of
It's,
the art.
it's time to go.
State of the art field.
Got
It's
to
time to
drive
go.
20 miles
If-
to find a Walmart.
Highly regarded as the best field in the HBCU.
Bro, Jules, they make one NCAA tournament. All of a sudden, they think, oh
Hey,
my god, hey,
It's time to go.
we are the champions. We're defending champions. It's
It's
okay.
it's time to go. Thank y'all for showing up. Now this pair of you
It's been
man.
another episode of Out the
Yeah.
Mud podcast.
right.
Hey, but now appreciate everybody again. That code is all pro. So go ahead and hit all the socials for the H-Town Rundown. DM on all socials and get your chance to win 2 free tickets to 5 different training camp dates. Okay, so there's 10 tickets we're giving away total. All right. 10 tickets. So y'all make sure that y'all go ahead and check it out. And be sure to keep tuning in to the H-Town Rundown. And we'll announce the winner on the next episode. And we'll keep announcing them as the days go on and weeks go on until we're done with training camp on August 18th, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last open training camp date. And so we'll, that week before, we'll announce it, the last winners and everything like that. So y'all be sure and be on the lookout for all things, everything H-Town Rundown, especially when training camp goes on next week. We'll be in, active, and ready to go to talk about it all. So again, Clayton, let us know where we can see your next interviews and everything like that coming up.
Sure, man. Lord willing, so tomorrow, got James Roy of the bullpen stopping by. We want Houston Pod. We're gonna talk, training camp stuff. We're gonna probably get into the nitty gritty of position battles, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Because he's rounding out the all Texans commenter slate, and then the 21st on Tuesday, training camp has arrived. Rookies report. So, what is this? My wife is PV alum. The campus is nice. I mean, they got nothing else to do out there. So of course, I mean, stadiums is as much as they got.
It's a wonderful place. I encourage all aspiring engineers, all aspiring nurses, anybody that wants to get into agriculture. I encourage you to go right down 290 to Prairie View A&M University.
Makes
where
sense
you can
because it
all
smells
make
like
all your-
fertilizer. Makes sense. Smells like fertilizer. Yep.
I mean, it should. It's an agricultural school.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You know.
DeVry.
Hey,
You talk
Nah.
about, know what I'm saying?
oh.
Nah.
At the end of the day, man,
So you don't even believe that. You don't believe that.
I don't believe what.
You don't believe that. You don't. No.
I don't believe what.
No. Whatever that sound just was. So whatever that was. I don't know what that sound was.
Exactly.
Bye, y'all. I'll try later.
I'll see y'all, man. Have a great day, and see y'all when we see y'all, man. Peace.
Craziness.